Okay, I guess we're going here with Shen now. He's a zombie, and I don't really know. This was a really weird plot twist. Like, I figured they would end up healing him like Shen of some kind and fixing him up, but now he's a zombie. Like, I'm fine with that, but I'm curious. Is he going to have his personality fully intact? Is he going to pretty much be himself, but in this new outfit and an undead? How is this going to play out? This is one of the more it's a way more confusing plot twist than I think any of the other stuff so far. Like the Amoun stuff, like that was cool, and I didn't think he was gonna die, but I mean, technically, sort of. You know what I mean? Obviously, in context of the story, but with the way that it was set up and executed, it was like, oh, okay, well, this character's not gonna really participate that much further in the story. Effectively dead in the, within the continuing, like, set of events in the story. But Shen, like before, like, with Amon, I was like, okay, I can understand that. Not, like, this character is not happening. This is where the character story ends. Whereas with Shen, like, is he gonna, like, continue regularly in this as a zombie guy? Just because it's a really weird spot now, because like now he's undead, like he's a zombie guy. He's not even like some form of like weird healing contract where he's gonna forever have this hole in his chest or something. It's like, no, he's in setup with even the whole artifact that Feng was using. He's a zombie. So I don't know. I don't really know what the plan is going to be overall, like, with this guy. And again, it makes me think that Undead Unluck isn't going to be that long of a manga if we've got, like, a main cast dude, like, essentially not just completing his own story arc with, like, his sister and stuff, but now he's got, I would assume, irreversible consequences for what was going on. I mean, it doesn't seem that crazy, like, you know, he's a whole different character. Like with this whole zombie setup, it seems more like he's just gonna be tied to Mui's stuff. I mean, he's talking at the end of it, but like, is that just gonna be like a small kind of like continuous trait? Is it like, have you ever seen like certain zombie movies where some of the zombies will have a memory to a degree of what they did in real life? I can't remember which movie. I think it was a Resident Evil one, or it was I assume Resident Evil, because this is probably the most movie set like zombie franchise besides, like, actually, is there anything with more? I was gonna say like Dawn of the Dead and all these, but it's like usually those get like 1 or 2 movies. There's like 6 Resident Evil movies. Either way, there's like there's like some where I've seen where there's like a librarian who got turned into a zombie, so the zombie continuously just kind of wanders around the library. Stuff like that, where there's like a small shard of what they're like in, you know, being alive that carries over to them being dead. Something like that for Shen, maybe. Other than that, it's going to be like, they're going to defeat Fang and do this mission, and then what is he? He's just tied to Mui the whole time, I would guess. Like, but that means like anytime that she go in, like that Shen needs to go into battle, she has to go as well. Like, kind of be there and be present. I don't really know. Again, it's a really weird setup. Like, now I would assume he's gonna have like the traits of being a zombie, so he's not really gonna be killable. So like, if you destroy him, would he just be unsummoned and then like time passes and he gets fixed up and then he's resummoned? I don't know. Like, again, like the stuff about the chapter as a whole was fine. Like all this stuff about he had some nice flashbacks with like seeing his sister again, and like how he viewed everything, and then how Mui has done like a really good job at helping him mend. And now he's got this weird setup because they had to steal Fang's I don't know exactly what they're called. I mean, let me see in the chapter. Like the artifact that he was using, they go by name, and how they needed to steal it and then kill him so he could stay as a zombie for her powers and whatever. Oh, what is it called? I'm trying to see. The prayer bead artifact. Like, steal that, kill him, then he's bound to her. Like, she's got the power now. So, are they going to kill Fang, I wonder, and use it on him and then get him permanently? Because I know he was a bastard, but, like, having somebody with his skill and fighting prowess on your team, like, especially if it's, like, a subjugated, you know, he's pretty much a minion setup at that point, would be really useful, I would assume. But I don't know. This was another really fast to read chapter, because once you got through, like, the general setup of what they're doing, trying to steal these prayer beads, it was like a mini flashback of only like a few pages, kind of like going over again what we know about like how Shen feels and stuff with his sister and Mui and whatnot happened. Whereas now he's just zombie guy. Like I don't really know how to like put it, because I'm just unsure of where things are gonna go from here for his specific character. Like the overall story, like it easily progressed, but with Shen, it's like now he's Mui's familiar, and I don't really see like how he could get any more personal character stuff moving forward. I don't know. I think it just goes and sets up again further that Undead Unluck is not going to be that long of a series, I would guess. Maybe like 150 chapters or something is still within my guessing range. I mean, you could always replace Shen, but I mean, like, he was from the start, and from what I have seen, he's a pretty liked character. He's pretty cool. His design's badass. He's got some really good art panels. He's got a cool fighting style. You know, having the Nyoibo and the Nimbus, you know, I can't remember what the, you know, I just go with, you know, Flying Nimbus, obvious way to call it for English. Whereas, like, what it's actually called. I know Nyoibo. I know it's not called the Power Pole, but, like, I'm gonna remember what the Nimbus is called in Japanese at some point. But it was a pretty good chapter. Nothing crazy. It was more, like I said, just kind of confusing. Not in, like, it's hard to understand, but confusing for specifically Shen's character moving forward. Because I mentioned how finding out the stuff about his sister fighting Fang and whatnot, as far as we know, that's all he has to his own character background. So, overcoming this kind of stuff already without anything set up for, like, the future just makes it seem like his character arc is almost done. And becoming Mui's familiar also has a similar feeling of, like, is there going to be anything further with Shen? Is Shen going to really participate majorly in the continuation of, like, what's left in the story, its events, and everything? I don't know. Like, it is looking very strange right now for Shen. And, I mean, I'm fine with that. Like, it's not like the series is writing on Shen for me. It's not like Shen's the only character I enjoy in Undead Unluck. It's just, I imagine he was, like, he was one of my favorites. But now, unfortunately, I don't really see that much more for him in the future. I could be wrong, but we'll see. Outside of that, luckily, I still got Victor, like, waiting on the bench for whenever his next time to tag on it is gonna happen. But we'll see how things progress. Maybe I'll get some more Billy content within the next couple chapters. I don't know. I see the fight with Fang really getting close to its end. But anyway, other than that, though, comment below. Tell me your thoughts about this chapter and what you think is going to happen for Shen in the future. And I'd really appreciate it. You know, thumbs up the video for a like button, subscribe button, and check out my other videos. But than that, I appreciate everyone who's already subscribed. I thank you for listening. Bye.